Questions for the matriarch of an elephant herd. I ask her, what's it like to remember so much? To be the single vessel of all that history, of where to find water when the water is gone, of every brother and sister returned to dust, of the routes to those cemeteries long after winds sweep them clean. She says, exhausting sometimes, but I don't think about it all that often. Why do you ask? I tell her I'm asking because I want to be better at remembering. I press memories like flowers between the pages of holy books and then return them to the library, forgetting what I placed there in the first place, and this is why nostalgia and forgetfulness can't coexist in a single body, or maybe they can, but I want to remember the name of every person who's ever made me laugh, of this exact feeling of being 21 and on the cusp of everything, like I'm teetering on the precipice of something gigantic, and every tiny movement will ripple through me and my future, and my seconds feel so consequential lately. Like I could sneeze and bloom mountains from my nostrils, or burp and spill 1,000 novels from my throat. That's what they say about your 20s, right? Do elephants have 20s? She says, elephants have years as much as dogs do, which is to say that time is the most human of constructs, to which I say, once I heard in a poem that a group of elephants is called a memory, and don't you think that's beautiful? To which she says, I've never heard that before. What's your point? I tell her, I'm not really sure I have one. I guess I'm wondering what happens to the herd when she's gone. If she's the only record of those bodies of water and dust, where does the memory go when the memory goes? Wow. She says, there are more sacred things than just memory. I've forgotten all the streams I've carved into the earth. I can't remember the landscapes I've architected. I shit forests into existence, and still I can't recall everything. Most of these things will outlive me and my memory, and I've made peace with that. I ignore this. Instead, I say, I remember dancing in Philadelphia. I know that I danced and I know that I laughed, but I've forgotten all the other stupid, sacred details. I'm trying to recall the last time my days felt like plums, when I didn't have to scrape at the corners of my hours to find flesh or seed or juice because there was no need to search for fullness in a round thing. I tell her, I'm scared. There's so little time. To which she says, I know. There's so much time.
Wow.